folks, how are you? This is Jim Miner, your South Scottsdale Realtor, bringing you the weekending Cromford report, as in ending up the month of May, and we're starting into June, and kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of what's happening throughout the valley with regards to different indices in the real estate market. You hear a lot of things, you read a lot of things, you go, oh, the things are going crazy, oh, the things are tanking, hey, here are the numbers. You look at the numbers and you form your own opinion. It's pretty easy to do. Now, I'm not going to explain everything on this chart, but there are a couple areas I want to point out to you. If you recall, over the last several months, I've been telling you particular sellers, don't try and get your prices from last June. And the reason being the market has made a significant change. And when we look at our headings up here today, sales to date, last month, last quarter, last year to date, last year, 2 years ago. Well, last year, if you look at this, you're going to see travel all the way down to the bottom. See where it says Cromford Market Index? That's the dashboard that we always look at. We'll look at it this time. Look where we were a year ago. We were at 162.8. And for those of you folks who are new to watching these videos, 100 is your baseline. Anything above 100 is considered to be a seller's market. Anything below 100 is considered to be a buyer's market. Now, the thing to keep in mind, this has to do with the entire valley, all of Maricopa County. Specific places are doing different things. For instance, South Scottsdale, and that's where my folks are, that's where we work, is that that's doing much, much better than, say, Santan Valley, Maricopa, all these Buckeye, these different areas on the periphery, okay? Well, last year it showed 162.8 throughout the valley. That is obviously a seller's market. Slide right across to today, we're 86.2. You know what that is? That's a buyer's market. Remember, this is for all the way across the valley, okay? The other thing, too, to be real careful of, and I pointed this out on a couple of videos, see where this says average price monthly sales? And you see this big number, 246? Right below it, you see the median price for monthly sales, 191. You think, wow, that's kind of a disparity. Remember, this average price, that includes everything, and I've told you on some of the past videos, there have been several months now we've had a lot of these really high-priced homes up in Paradise Valley have sold. I mean, $2 million plus. That's going to dramatically affect average price. Okay, so take a few minutes, look at this chart, and you can formulate your own thoughts. I think you're going to find they fall in line pretty much as Michael Orrs and myself. So with that in mind, let's scoot on over here and take a look at the dashboard. Wait for the computer, and hey, it says dashboard, and we'll wait for it to load, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Come on. All right. Well, let me bring this up a little bit more. Let's get right to the Cromford Index. Okay. Here we have the market, and here you have your Dow's, your 86.2. as showed up in that previous chart, and that means buyer's market. Okay, let's check out the demand side. Demand, as you can see, is drifting lower. It's not in a collapse, but keep in mind where we're at right here. This is 81. That's not a big time, seller's market. That's a big time buyer's market. Okay. Hey, let's check the supply. Whoa. I don't think we need one of those big fancy schools columnists and economists to know which way this line is moving. Down. That's supply, inventory. And normally that would start pushing prices up, but you don't have the demand going up. So it's almost like an equilibrium. Kind of a strange deal going on. Okay, let's scoot on down here and take a look at our list price per square foot. Just want to make sure you're aware of this. See this blue line right here? That's your actives. It's a 37.4% premium over where properties are closing out or they're going into under contract. A little bit of a difference. That's called, hey sellers, unless you want to be on the market for a long time, Let's get those prices moved down and get them marked to the market. Okay. And then we always like to look at our pending listings, and that's a good indicator. Remember what last month we had this boink, this drop right here. It'll come back up, but you can see this thing's kind of drifting down, and it's probably going to do that into the end of the year. And come on here, and then the other thing we like to look at is days on market. Okay. Nothing really overly exciting here. 83 days on the market, hasn't made any big changes. Okay, that's basically the same. Hey, that's about it for this week. But that first chart I showed you, take a few minutes, kind of look that over, get a feel for what's going on out there in the real estate market. Bottom line is this, okay? Bottom line is, if you're a buyer and you're on the periphery, ask for those concessions. Sellers, you're going to have to grant them. And then equally as well as when you move in toward the downtown city, which would be Arcadia, be downtown Phoenix, it's going to be South Scottsdale. When you move into those areas, asking for concessions, don't be afraid to do it, but you're probably not going to get them. So don't get too disjointed over that as a buyer. And as a seller, make life easier on yourself. Price at the market. Okay, and for all you folks out there in South Scottsdale, things are looking pretty good there. We've got a lot of strong things happening in South Scottsdale, so that's exciting. Hey, that's it for this week. Jim Miner with South Scottsdale Realtor. And if you want to get more questions answered and see some more of the report, give me a call, 602-345-0433, and I will talk to you at the end of next week. Have a nice week, folks. All righty, and try and stay cool in this crazy weather. All righty, bye now.